Rachel wasn't chance. We decided to act. We three.
Then why was it me who was the only one who lost everything?
No blood. Hey, who is this guy?
Check his wallet.
Wait a minute.
What is that?
Some kind of body armor. He's human after all.
Take off the mask.
What are you laughing at?
Parents. What? Huh. What are you talking about?
I made you. You made me first.
Ain't that great? I mean, I was a kid when I killed your parents. I mean, I say I made you, you gotta say you made me. And how childish can you get, huh? You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh?
You just couldn't let me go, could you? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You truly are incorruptible, aren't you? Huh? Level. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Superhero movies are usually comic book adaptations like Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man, and most recently Guardians of the Galaxy. They tend to all follow the same generic conventions, which consist of innocent citizens put in danger by a supervillain. The first battle in public place with a supervillain, which the hero usually loses. The destruction of major landmarks and public buildings. The hero's love interest in danger and they save them. A last battle in a public place with a villain, which the hero usually wins. Examples of these generic conventions can be found in most superhero genre films, like these two scenes from Burton's Batman and two from Nolan's Batman. The first one shows Batman rescuing someone from the Joker's goons, and the second clip shows Batman saving a kid from Two-Face. In a way, the clips are similar because they both use dark settings, which I believe symbolises Batman's anti-hero nature and brutal approach taken while fighting evil. One is set in a dark alleyway and the other is in a building site, whereas the music in each of the scenes are completely different. Burton's Batman is a light-hearted type of music which takes attention away, whereas Nolan's Batman uses a tense soundtrack which makes the scene more entertaining, which attracts the audience's attention and keeps them interested and wanting to see what happens next. Both films' music is different because of the target audience changing over the past 25 years. Back in 1989, the target audience was 13-year-olds, whereas now the movies under the superhero genre are aimed at anyone from 12 up, depending on the movie. The camera shots in both clips also suggest different things. Nolan's Batman uses a lot of close-ups to show the characters' facial expressions. In this case, a lot of their expressions are suggesting that they are scared and desperate, whereas Burton's Batman uses a range of camera shots, like the low shot, which is a common camera shot in the superhero genre because, like in the clip where he's lying on the floor with the bullet holes in his suit, it builds suspense and causes the viewer to question whether or not he's actually dead, which builds tension and makes them want to watch more. This is why it's a popular shot in the genre. Another camera shot would be the over-the-shoulder shot, just before Batman fights the goon. It builds anticipation for the fight scene and gets the audience excited and engages the viewer with the shot. Whereas these clips show the final battle between good and evil. This is something taken out of comic books, where there's a fight at the end with the hero always defeating the villain, because sometimes the villain does things to draw the hero out, and also it gives a sense of danger about the scene and adds something extra to the movie to entertain the audience. Nolan's and Burton's scene is similar again, with a setting both going for a dark and gothic place to get the message across that Batman is an anti-hero and is willing to use brutal force to win the villains. One of the places is in an old church and the other on a construction site. The differences in these scenes are Burton's use of dramatic music to build the tension of the scene and make it more menacing. The music also starts to build pace as the scene goes on to show tension building up, whereas Nolan's Batman doesn't really have a soundtrack. It's just a noise that keeps getting louder and louder as the Joker speaks, until the end of the clip where he's laughing hysterically. The camera angles Nolan uses consists of close-ups and a Dutch tilt shot, which is a typical shot in the superhero genre because it suggests that the character is uneasy, crazy, or corrupt. The close-up shots are there to show the audience the expressions on Joker's face, which shows that he is uncomfortable with the way he is angry by how he keeps gritting his teeth, which is a sign of discomfort or pain. It also briefly shows Batman's facial features. You can tell he's either in pain or exhausted. Most of the shots are close-ups, which suggests that the character's facial expressions are key to the audience and understanding the context of the scene. The Dutch tilt is used to show that the Joker is mad or disorientated due to being upside down. It gives the audience a feeling of unease because of the way the camera is turning, which in a way also tells them how the character would be feeling in this scene while he's upside down. Whereas Burton's scene includes a variety of camera shots, the most distinctive is the close-ups and the lockdown shot. By using the close-ups, you can see their facial features better. Using this shot, we can tell Batman is angry and is out for revenge due to his emotionless facial expressions, along with him speaking in a monotone voice. He talks in this scene with the deep, raspy voice, and the way he acts and intimidates the Joker tells us he is angry. We also see the Joker's expression, which are of fear and hoping to reason with Batman. He also gets lost for words at points, which shows his fear. It is clear to the audience that Batman is getting more resentful towards the Joker. By using a lockdown shot, it keeps the camera in one place while the action continues off screen, which helps create a sense of suspense because the audience are left to imagine what's going on. Superhero films have changed over the past 2 decades. They don't hold back in terms of what the audience see. For example, in Batman films, it's more violent and less family friendly. It's aiming at the older audiences, and to compete with the other types of films, the genre has had to develop. Whereas the older Batman films, they were family friendly and less violent, because the audience has adapted over time. What is seen as entertaining has changed, and so has what is allowed on TV.
Just fair. His son's got the same chance she had. 50-50.
What happened to Rachel wasn't chance. We decided to act. We 3.
Then why was it me who was the only one who lost everything?